Hey Kat, this is my answer to you. First of all, the Segovia technique, which I read, it was by his protege, Bobry, talked about how our hand should just be relaxed, basically, and then turned inward, and you almost have perfect technique when you do that, which your hand looked like. It just looked like you brought it to the guitar. So it has a curve this way, and then you have the curve that way, which keeps your thumb out above your index finger, because sometimes they're going to be vying for the same string and they can't be hitting each other. I find a lot of women, and I don't know why, but they play like this, where their thumb is on the inside. I just think it's an interesting phenomenon. It has nothing to do with really what I'm telling you now. But anyway, but that technique here is really good for open string stuff, where your thumb is taking the low bass strings and your fingers the treble. But then I start to fudge that, and I'm sure a lot of other people do too, that you just move this grouping up a string all the way up, where kind of like a harp player would. Now that might be breaking the rules of thumb taking the bass and the finger staying on the treble, but then when you get into like finger picking, a la Tommy Emmanuel and that, you get into the where you want this hand, the right hand, to change its I don't know, attitude. The wrist comes down onto the strings, so that you get kind of a muted guy. So there's that technique of bringing your wrist down. And then the single notes, I've seen a lot of classical guys try to play, and I mean, a real good classical player just blows me away, but I think until you get super good playing single notes by the bass, by keeping your thumb on those bass strings and these fingers down here on the treble. I play single notes with this action. I get adequate speed that way, and kind of false sounding speed by using the arpeggios. But by and large, I play the single notes with my thumb and index finger. And so that's my take on technique, and it's basically all centered around that attitude of your hand, which in your picture looked perfect to me. So anyway, then I watched that video just this morning about the power of being able to mute use, actually it's not really muting so much, but you want one string to ring really loud and you just use the next string to stop your finger. Keeps it from, you know, jumping off the guitar altogether. And the same with your thumb. I don't use it that much, but I do play a lot of finger picking stuff, and I just can't get the tone any other way without the fingers. Yeah, there's so that part of the neck's in there, like where's it go? And here's a kind of a hard one to play with just fingers, but it's shows that it's doable with this technique. Here we go, one more. And this is what the right hand's looking like when I'm doing that. All right, 2, 3, 4. So you see these treble fingers were moving all up. Now they're on the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th string. And for sometimes the index and middle were coming up to the 4th and 3rd string to grab that 7 chord there. So that's my take on finger picking, and it's a good question. Hope you have fun playing. Catch you later.